The landscape of Kursk, once a canvas of rolling plains and vibrant sunflower fields, had transformed into a chilling spectacle. March 2025, the ground, now a tapestry of mud and snow, bore the scars of a relentless battle. Wrecked tanks, their turrets frozen in silent screams, marked the passage of armored columns. Craters, gaping wounds in the earth, spoke of the relentless rain of artillery. But the most haunting reminders of the carnage were the whispers of the wind as it whistled through the tattered Ukrainian flags, still clinging desperately to their poles. Ukrainian troops, their faces etched with exhaustion and despair, trudged through this desolate landscape. They were the remnants of a once hopeful offensive, now broken and bloodied by weeks of relentless Russian assaults. The retreat from Kursk, ordered in the face of overwhelming odds, was less a strategic maneuver and more a desperate fight for survival. Every step was a testament to their courage, every breath a victory against the encroaching shadow of defeat. The soldiers had witnessed horrors that would forever scar their souls. They had seen their comrades torn apart by artillery strikes, their bodies reduced to unrecognizable fragments. They had felt the ground tremble beneath the weight of Russian tanks, their steel behemoths advancing with an unstoppable momentum. And they had felt the icy grip of fear tightening around their hearts as the realization dawned. They were outmatched, outgunned, and facing an enemy determined to obliterate them. The initial foray into Kursk back in August had been marked by optimism. The Ukrainian army, buoyed by recent victories and armed with Western weapons, had punched through Russian lines, liberating villages and towns. For a brief moment, victory had seemed within reach. But the Russians, their military pride wounded, had unleashed a devastating counteroffensive. The roar of engines shattered the silence, a mechanized spectre emerging from the swirling snow. Russian tanks, their silhouettes stark against the white landscape, advanced with an almost casual air of invincibility. T-90s, their barrels low and menacing, spearheaded the assault, their reactive armor a testament to the ferocity of the fighting. Behind them rumbled a procession of armored personnel carriers, disgorging waves of infantrymen, their faces hidden behind balaclavas, their eyes cold and unforgiving. But it was the sky that held the true terror. A new breed of Russian drones, their silhouettes like predatory birds, circled overhead. These were not the crude, repurposed commercial drones of the war's early days. These were purpose-built killing machines armed with advanced optics and networked together through fiber optic cables, granting them an eerie immunity to Ukrainian jamming attempts. They were the eyes and ears of the Russian bear, relentlessly hunting Ukrainian positions, directing artillery fire with pinpoint accuracy. The Ukrainians, their anti-air defenses depleted, could only watch in dismay as the drones turned the battlefield into a shooting gallery. Supply convoys, their routes exposed by the ever-watchful eyes in the sky, were ambushed with terrifying regularity. Artillery batteries, their positions compromised by the drones' unblinking gaze, were decimated in a storm of fire. The psychological toll of this technological asymmetry was immense. The Ukrainian soldiers, once confident in their ability to outmaneuver and outsmart their opponents, now felt naked, exposed. Every movement tracked by the unblinking eyes in the sky. The drones had become a terrifying symbol of Russian power, a constant reminder of the technological gulf that separated the two armies. The fall of Sudzha, a strategically vital town near the Russian border, marked a turning point in the battle for Kursk. Captured by Ukrainian forces in the early days of the offensive, Sudzha had become a symbol of their early successes, a beacon of hope in a land scarred by war. But for the Russians, it was a thorn in their side, a constant reminder of their initial setbacks. They were determined to retake it, regardless of the cost. The attack began with a deafening barrage of artillery fire, a symphony of explosions that turned the night sky a sickly orange. Buildings crumbled, their facades stripped bare, revealing the skeletal remains of their interiors. Streets, once bustling with life, were transformed into canyons of rubble, littered with the debris of war. Then came the tanks, their heavy cannons booming, reducing what little remained of Sudzha's defenses to dust. Outnumbered and outgunned, the Ukrainian defenders fought with the courage of desperation, their AK-74s spitting defiance against the advancing Russian tide. They set ambushes in the rubble-strewn streets, turning the ruins of their city into a deadly labyrinth. But it was a hopeless fight, a last stand against an unstoppable force. As the sun rose, casting long shadows over the devastated town, Sudzha fell. The few surviving Ukrainian defenders, their ammunition spent, their faces grimed with soot and exhaustion, were forced to withdraw, leaving behind the smouldering ruins of their city, a testament to the brutality of the fighting. The price of defiance was steep. The Ukrainian forces, though battered and bruised, had shown a resilience that defied the odds. Their spirit, unbroken by the relentless Russian onslaught, echoed through the annals of history. Each fallen soldier, each shattered tank, each destroyed town was a stark reminder of the cost of war. Yet, amidst the ruins, there was a glimmer of hope. A hope that one day, the fields of Kursk would once again be blanketed in sunflowers, and the echoes of battle would fade into the whispers of the wind.